Hey there. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to quickly and automatically unfollow everyone that you're currently following on IMVU. I keep seeing lots of comments online from people who are having issues with this. They're saying things like they're having to unfollow everybody one by one, it's a long process, it's taking them days. If you search this video, you more than likely have encountered this problem given. I think it's important to say that there is no easy way of unfollowing everyone. However, there is a more convenient way that we can automate the process, making it less of a hassle for you. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be quickly switching over to my phone and continuing this from there. You need to make sure you have the official IMVU app downloaded, as that is where we're going to be doing everything on, rather than on the PC, just because it's more convenient and easier. Okay, so now we're on our mobile, but the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to the Play Store. And what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be searching Autoclicker. Ideally, the one which I've played around with a few of them, and I found that one of the best ones to use, if you scroll down a little bit, is this one right here at the very top, Autoclicker tapping. So we're going to click that and we're going to install. Now, I know on some phones it can be a bit awkward to get this to work, but all you really need to do to shorten the process is when you load the application up, it's going to ask for permissions to be able to control your phone. What an autoclicker is it effectively touches the screen and makes user inputs as if it was you on your behalf, and we can program it to do things here and there. So we're going to hit grant, and it's going to load up this. We need to allow it permission. And from there, we're just going to hit grant again to bring the menu up. And at the very bottom where it says installed services, we're going to click this. And then we're going to click Autoclicker and turn it on. Once we've got that done, the rest is super duper easy. So we close everything, and then we just load the Autoclicker up. And then we're going to hit, it's going to come up with a really annoying ad, so you need to ignore this. We're going to wait for that advert to go away. Okay, so we're going to hit new configuration, and then this sidebar here will come up. We don't really need to worry about the app now, so we can just close the whole app and the sidebar will stay up. From here, we're just going to load up IMVU. We're going to go to our profile, and we're going to go to our followers, or our following. As you can see here, I'm currently following 1,505 people. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be essentially programming our autoclicker to click this for us. It's quite a straightforward process, but it can take 10-15 minutes with tweaking here and there to get it working. So the first thing we want to click is this top one with the finger and the plus, and it's going to bring up a small circle with a 1. This is our first input, and this is a clicking input. So we're going to drag it over to following. A really important step to take is if you click the red dot in the middle of the 1, it's going to bring up a menu, and this is the time in between clicks before it moves on to the next input. Milliseconds is incredibly quick, and it's almost inhuman. You need to allow the app time to load up the menus and things after a click, so it's usually good practice just to click it to a second and change it to 1 second. And do this for every input you put in. And then what I'm going to quickly bring up the unfollow menu, and I'm going to click a second one and mark it there just so I know where the unfollow button is. I'm then going to click that and make that 1 second as well. What I've now effectively done is I've told the program to click here where the 1 is first, and then click where the 2 is. So that will automatically unfollow that one person. So now all we're going to be doing is we're going to keep adding in order. So we're going to add a 3, change it to a second. Then we're going to put a 4th one where the actual unfollow button is. It doesn't need to be super specific, however we do ideally want it to be a second. You're going to have to set every single one of them to a second manually. And then we're going to go down to set number 5. Set it to a second, just like every other one of them. Then number 6 is going to go up here. number 7, going back down. Number 8 is going to go on the Unfollow. And then finally, we're going to do 2 more, 9 and 10. And these are going to go on the final in the list. We can get this menu up. It does sometimes take a few clicks because you have to click exactly on that small red dot in the middle of the circle, and it can be a bit tedious sometimes. There is no really easy way around that. Right, so now what we've essentially done is program it to click. If I hit play real quick at the top, the play button, you'll see now it's going to automatically unfollow down the list 1 click at a time. It's nice and easy, you can let it run in the background. Cool. Refresh this real quick. Now what we need to do is we need to program this to swipe for us, so it can keep unclicking without us having to overwatch it. Now what we do that is with this second button below the one we clicked before, to get the press inputs, we're clicking this, and this is going to add a swipe input. We're just going to drag it down to the bottom and kind of bring it roughly halfway in this bar between the person. Again, we need to set it to a second. Now, with this application, I find it strange, but the length of the swipe it will only actually do half of that. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to add 2 of them to make that distance. And usually it takes a third one, but just maybe 3/4 of the way. This will take a bit of practice. You're going to have to adjust the distances of them and keep playing with it until oh, I think I've set the timer on. Let's go back to it. So it just shouted at me. Yeah, I set it to 1 millisecond, which is inhuman time. 1 millisecond will crash your phone. So if it scrolls too much, you're going to have to lower it. If it scrolls too little, you're going to have to raise it, essentially. It's just about kind of playing around with it until you find that sweet spot. And then once the cycle is done, it's completed all 13 clicks and swipes, it will then go back to number 1. So if we hit play, what's going to happen is this program is going to effectively automatically unfollow everyone and then do 3 small swipes to raise the list and then continue. So there's 2, 3, and it's going to continue. As you can see here, it did swipe a bit too much. So in this case, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm actually going to lower 13 the niche, and that should rectify the problem. So now if we just reset it real quick, and we can hit play, and it'll start again. It may take a bit of time to get this done correctly, but once you've got the configuration perfect, you can actually save the configuration. If you just press the pause and if you click the cross at the bottom, the red cross, it will allow you to save the configuration. Just save it as whatever you want, and then you can load it up whenever you want using the Autoclicker app. You just click the Autoclicker and you can just click load configuration and then hit play, and you've got it there ready to go. If you have any questions, you're welcome to drop them in the comments. I'll try to be as active as possible as answering them. And you're welcome to just drop me a friend request on IMVU or message me on there. My username is MVP. I'll try to be as responsive as possible. If I don't get back to you right away, I'm sorry, but I will get around to you sooner or later. I hope this has been a massive help for what is quite a big problem. It's been a problem for a very long time, and IMVU haven't addressed it. But hopefully this will allow you to just be able to let it go in the background. You can go make yourself a cup of tea or go relax and just let it do its thing. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope it helped.